What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Neon Trash. I'm your host, Tommy the Hammer. Tonight we're going to be flying in blind to a horror movie that I've never seen before. This flick is called The Pale Door, and apparently it is a Western horror movie, two genres that I appreciate immensely. You guys know this routine. Check out that trailer. Peep that shit, motherfuckers, and when we get back, you guys are going to know my opinion on The Pale Door.
Howdy!
Where's the goddamn sink? Who are you?
My name is Pearl.
Well, there goes our big payday.
She's just an innocent woman.
We ain't gonna sell her anything what we do.
If you take me to my home, there would be a handsome reward. This way, to the brothel.
Gentlemen, please, make yourselves at home.
I understand there was a reward.
Of course. A handsome sum for these handsome men. Don't be afraid.
What just happened? We gotta get out of this too. Need to find our way out of this. Don't go down swinging.
Alright, Gorehounds, I just got done watching the movie The Pale Door. Where to begin with this film? The problem with movies like The Pale Door is that they are painfully self-aware. Back in the mid-2000s, there was this film called Dead Birds that merged the Western and horror genre perfectly. And it was kind of an independent, low-budget feature within itself, but it gained popularity, at least in my circles, back in the day because of its ingenuity and reliance on old-school practical effects and classic horror movie scares. Well, The Pale Door definitely tries to reinvent the wheel, but not necessarily for the better. In a lot of ways, this movie is like a mix between a Western meets From Dusk Till Dawn, but with witches. The biggest problem with this movie is its overall budget. Most of the film is kind of done in this super high-def cinematography, which isn't inherently bad, but when your budget is so low and you've got these crystal clear scenes, well, I feel like the cheapness kind of infiltrates the overall final result, and it really was off-putting, at least, you know, in my opinion. And it doesn't help any matter that the movie moves at a snail's pace. I mean, I understand we have to have characterization and nuance to the narrative, and nobody wants a rush job, but at the same time, this movie kind of promises exploitation thrills with, like, you know, the whole gunplay element, the Western, and these grotesque looking witches. Well, it doesn't really deliver any of that until about 40 minutes into the flick. Now, that's not to say that everything in this movie was an absolute shit show, because much like a crazy prospector that's digging for gold, you're gonna stumble upon some gems and genuine diamonds in the rough, and other times you're gonna stumble upon the old fool's gold. Well, that's The Pale Door in a nutshell. There's a lot of good elements and a lot of bad elements, but at the end of the day, the bad, unfortunately, outweighs the good. Now, let's not take an incredibly deep dive with this movie here, because, like I said, they're kind of going for exploitation thrills with this film, and there's really not much, you know, you can unearth with a movie such as this. There's some good practical effects, I like the music, and a couple of the actors did a really good job, but the overall production is way too cheap for me, and you know what, guys, you gotta ditch that whole high-def cinematography. Had you gone for a little more down and dirty and gritty film work, then maybe this movie would have kind of fared better, but as it is, I'm gonna go ahead and give the movie The Pale Door a flat 5. It's not the absolute worst that I've ever seen, But you know what? I was kind of bored, and I calls him like I sees him.